Hello fight fans, in today's news, Chael Sonnen claims that Conor doesn't even have the puncher's chance against Chandler. Michael Venom Page reveals that he's agreed to fight Ian Garry. Charles Oliveira is interested in facing Colby Covington. Tyson Fury claims he would finish Usyk if he knew he was behind on the scorecards. Chael Sonnen believes Conor McGregor doesn't even have a puncher's chance to beat Michael Chandler. He thinks McGregor's lifestyle will affect his performance, and Chandler will be too much for him to handle. Here is what he said.
Last one, Conor versus Chandler, who wins?
Michael Chandler wins. You have the most disciplined guy in the sport, arguably. You have the most undisciplined guy in the sport, for sure. And it's one of those situations where when you do this conversation, everybody's going to be lazy, like I'm going to be right now, and say, Conor's got a puncher's chance, and if Chandler stands up with him, so on and so forth. I don't know where you got that idea of puncher's chance. I know that's something fun that people say, but I mean, you got to go back to Michael Moore dropping the belt to George Foreman. There's no such thing as a puncher's chance. The better guy wins. He wins every single time, and Michael Chandler could go out there and box with Conor at this point.
And Fury Usyk?
You don't get better at something by not doing it.
Michael Venom Page revealed that he accepted to fight Ian Garry on June 29th. Ian Garry has also agreed to the fight, so we might see this match on that legendary card. Here's what MVP said about the situation.
Michael, what do you think of Ian Garry? And I kind of had asked for him directly after the fight. Like, oh, no, that'd be a great match. And I knew the UK card was coming up, so I was like, oh, that'd be a great fight. They said, Colby's already taking that fight, so that's not really a thing, but we'll look for somebody else for the same time. So in my head I was like, yeah, I already knew I was going to be fighting in Manchester, but I was just waiting for an opponent. Colby's got some kind of issue. Didn't actually look into exactly what that was, but he can't make the fight. They're like, would you still want to take the? I'm like, yeah, like let's put it on the UK card because it just makes sense, So I was like, yeah, straight away accepted.
When was this, sorry, Mike?
Last week or a week before.
Okay, cool.
And so I was like, yeah, let's do that. They went to go back, and I didn't really hear anything back, so I was just waiting. And then he released that, he said yes, and I was like, okay. Well, I wanted to make it. I don't actually care when the fight is. I can do it next week. I can do it the week after. I don't mind. I'm just saying it made more sense for the UK. He's Irish. I'm English. On the UK card, it's going to be a big card. It'd be a great fight. I think he likes to just, hang on the back of people's coattails. So he sees Conor McGregor and gets excited. Whereas I've accepted it.
You've accepted?
I've accepted the fight. So we're just waiting. So
he's accepted it.
He says he's accepted it. This guy likes to talk because you remember. Just after the fight, let's go back. Before the fight, he says, I'm never going to beat Kevin Holland. Then I did what I did. So yeah, he admits he's wrong. Then he says he's never going to accept the fight with me because I'm ranked too low. So then how all of a sudden you've accepted the fight? You need to figure out where you're at.
Charles Oliveira responded to Colby Covington's call-out. Charles made it clear that he is interested in that fight and that it's good for his legacy, considering Colby's history with Brazil. Here is what he said. It's like I said, it's sitting down and looking at legacy, history, values. When I woke up in the morning, thousands of people were sending me messages to fight Covington. I said, Diego, just sit down, talk, see what's good, see what the UFC thinks about it. It's not just what Charles thinks, it's about what the UFC thinks about it. Actually, it's like I said, it's just sitting down and checking, right? About legacy, about history, about values. We have to sit down. When I woke up in the morning, thousands of people were sending messages. Covington is a loud-mouthed guy. He's a guy who talks a lot, so let's see, why not? Tyson Fury said that if he had known the judges scored the majority rounds for Alexander Usyk, he would have gone for the knockout. He clarified that he thought he was winning and was just waiting for the bell to secure the victory, which the judges didn't see that way. Here is what he said.
You know what, I just want to say thank you to God, in the mighty name of Jesus. We put on a good fight for the fans. I always say it's about getting paid and getting laid. And we did that tonight. I thank Alexander for the good fight. It was a close fight, I believed, I thought I did enough, but, I'm not a judge. I can't judge a fight while I'm boxing it. If they would have said to me in the last round or whatever, you're down, go out and try and finish him. I would have done that, but everyone in the corner believed we were up. You know, all I had to do was just keep boxing and doing what I was doing, and, you know, I thought we was getting it, but it was what it was. I'm not going to cry about spilled milk. I've had plenty of victories, and I've gave God the glory. I've had this one loss and a close fight, you know, with a good man like Usyk, and it was what it was. I tried my best in there. I was having a lot of fun, actually. I don't know if it looked like it, but I was playing around, hands behind my back. I was enjoying it. You know, he's a good fighter, Alexander, and I was catching him and he was catching me, and it was a good fight. So hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, getting punched in the face.
And that wraps up today's news. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to hit the like button and smash the subscribe bell to stay in the loop. Keep supporting the sport, and we will see you in the next one.